is a situation where one beehive is too small going halfway through September, and you have two nuke boxes that you want to put into one box, but you got one entrance facing one way and one entrance facing the other. So you slowly, over the course of a week, bring the two boxes closer together, but that doesn't change the entrance position. So you take the first with the laying queen, because the other hive wasn't going to make it, their queen didn't come back. And before you get a laying worker or some situation you don't want to be in, you just join the smaller population in with the bigger population and keep that laying queen on one side of the box, so the other bees, when they come in, they can just acclimate. So the bees that were in the other box with the laying queen, you put their entrance position facing the normal way. So what happens with the bees in the other position that was facing this way? Well, this is what we do. You can see the bees in a frenzy in the back of the box, and they are wanting to enter. It's going to take a few minutes to hours, but I just moved the box up on the landing board just about a half an inch there. You can see the opening down there, and they're slowly working their way in there. I didn't want the entire population of foragers to just come in and take over, because honestly, unless you're here at night, you don't know the true population of your bee box. This is how you find out. Like all these bees in the back here are from the hive that was facing the other way, and they've got to slowly introduce themselves. One of the ways they do that is to bring gifts of pollen and nectar. Then they get accepted a lot easier. The bees in the front, they're just going home. They're a normal situation for them, but they're a little agitated because they went from a 5-frame box to a 10-frame box. So that's why you see a little bit of a frenzy there, but that's not too far out of the norm for them. The back of the box, on the other hand, a little bit different story. So not only are these bees that were in the laying queen box, or the queen right box as they call it, uncomfortable with getting a new box, that's also a new entrance type feeder. But these bees, they are not happy that their box is gone, and all their resources that they had, the nectar, the pollen, or the bee bread, or whatever you want to call that, that's all in this box. So they're going to go to that first, and then they'll get the pheromones from that queen. But that's what I do for when you have an entrance that was facing the other way. You just allow the foragers to come back and slowly work their way into the box by giving them a small entrance to get into. So, but you can see the frenzy. They are not happy yet. They will be. And there's the front of the bee box. That's a little bit of a frenzy, but that's the way it works. Yeah, a little bit different on the double feeder there, but that stops a single feeder. A lot of people have problems with robbing, so I just double the size of the feeder, put 2 jars in. I only have to feed every other day or every 3 days, plus I can see the jars. I enjoy these more, and it just leaves a small opening in the front, and it's easier for the bees inside to guard. That's the only reason you see 2 jars instead of that 1 jar feeder. I do use 1 jar feeders, but that's in the 5-frame nuke boxes. And these 10-framers, I usually don't even feed, but since this was a split done in about a month and a half ago, I just keep feeding them so they build more wax and take care of the babies. The pollen they're bringing in heavy because goldenrod's out now. can see that. There's goldenrod everywhere. So we're good with the pollen. If that wasn't the case, I would give them a pollen patty. But other than that, that's how I fix the situation of that one entrance facing this way that we're looking at now, and the bee box that disappeared, the nuke box that disappeared, that was facing this way. And that little entrance there is how I let them introduce themselves slowly. But they are not happy, like I said, as of yet. They will be, because this will up the population in this box, because it's getting the middle of September. And I believe that, I know small populations can make it through a Pennsylvania winter, but I like large populations. Bring them down to one box, and pollen patty, sugar block, wood chips, we're done. Wake them up in the spring. Alright, that's one solution to this. If you got small populations and you don't want that situation, and the queen didn't get mated, it fixes a couple things all at one time. Alright. Thank you for watching.